Da, ha, ha. So many dumb ways to die. Like, pull up on your butt with some intelligence. Uh, all right. What's up? What's up? I really want to figure out this mystery. Is it that simple? Cause I can do this and then just turn myself down like that. I guess that works too. What is that? It's, yeah. What's up, party people?
Is he someone that?
All right, we're gonna get into the news real quick. And if y'all on y'all best behavior, maybe I'll show y'all some game dev in this mother lover. How you doing? My name's Cheryl. This is Coding with Strangers, and this is my commitment to you all not to be a complete failure this year, okay? Dude, I'm a CS student and I have never built a fully functional game or piece of software before. Heck, I've never even excuse me. I have never even wrote a device driver or made a website from scratch. I literally got bored at school because of the amount of theory they throw at you. I forgot why I came in, that I have to build something and enjoy the ride. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a guitarist. This is a very shallow explanation, right? But it's like a guitarist who's like into guitar and rock music and goes to become a music major, and he's like pissed off he has to learn about Beethoven. But I mean, if you don't learn to appreciate the history, you get big-headed. You start to think that you the shit, not realizing like the integral parts of the history implies that this dude did it on his own. He figured it out by himself. Like, Einstein spent his life figuring out relative theories. I have all of Einstein's knowledge on this device, and I'll never have to regurgitate it ever again. He spent his life work. So, like, you got to appreciate the history. And if you find yourself going to school, right? If you find yourself going to college, it behooves you to wonder why you're being educated, right? So that's the differential, because a lot of people can create software and never go to school. I didn't go to school for software development or game dev. I make cool games all damn day. Well, I've made 2 cool games. But in a nutshell, if you catch yourself going to school, you're going to school to learn. So you can't really complain about it. But I definitely feel where you're coming from, because it is a dredge, right? If I go to a gas station, what type of snacks do I get? So I normally get if I go to the gas station to get a snack, it's for one of 2 snacks. Either Rice Krispie treats, low calories, a little bit of sugar, but it's filling, right? Sunflower seeds, because usually I'm driving long distances, so I need something to keep me up. And there's a food some type of food diagnosis. If you ever find yourself driving long distance and you're falling asleep, go get sunflower seeds, a bottle, and put like 5 or 10 sunflower seeds in your mouth, crack them, eat it, and then spit it into the bottle. That motion is like a primal motion that keeps you alert. So it like helps you stay awake. And then the last thing is water. That's really all you need. I only drink water. I sound like a weirdo. I only drink water and milk, but I only drink milk when I have my protein. There's too much sugar in Gatorade. I used to be a Gatorade person. Too much sugar and too much, like they use yellow dye and other things like that. Just, it's kind of sus. Don't want to be putting all that shit in your body. I literally felt like I was going to school just because someone told me not to, because I want to. Yeah. All right, y'all. So let's get into the news. Discover what we want to talk about. Oh yeah. If you stick around school long enough, you'll eventually start to get to the good stuff, right? I wasn't good at toxicology. I only like cutting people open. But when I got to the part of the forensic course, practical anatomy, when I get to cut open real cadavers, oh, you couldn't pull me off of that cadaver. Got to hold my first heart, spleen, kidneys, liver. It was great. Yeah, once school is being cool, and like once you start doing the internships, that should start being, yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I think I figured out what our next game is gonna be. Or the next thing we're gonna build. I want to build a scraper to scrape all of the class action lawsuits, so that I can make $1,000 just signing up for class action lawsuits. Fuck it. I'm actually working with a guy from South Korea on a Github project. Ooh, I'm working on a Github project too. Stick around, I'm gonna need your help later. Perfect. You make assets? Well, you know more than me, so that's good. We'll take that to the brink. Hey yo, I appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. Today we're gonna do a CS story, and we're gonna cover, you know, it's kind of grim, but since the world's on fire, you guys might as well make a fucking buck, right? Clap it. Like we might as well make some money and do something better with it. Shit. Shit. Right? World's on fire. We might as well like do something. I'm not peeking, am I? I'm not too loud, am I? Well, it doesn't really matter if like any job is toxic, right? You could work at a cemetery and that shit could be toxic too, right? The most toxic people in the world are grieving people. Oh, my loved one died. I'm going to make this everyone's problem. Like, bitch, we get it. You loved them. But why is that my problem now? Also, there's room in that casket, so keep talking crazy and you could join his ass. No, I'm just playing. Rest his soul. But the moral of the story is everyone's a dickhead at work, right? The thing is, you could work for a small company, a startup, and do big things. Startup companies are no longer the play for newcomers, right? Startups are no longer the place for newcomers. You can go be amazing there. All right. Yeah, it's for sure the most professional crash out. I claim it. I claim it. Um, yeah, we'll start off with this first topic. Um, and we'll just go over what happened to CES 2026. I said I wanted to go to more of these events, so I'm gonna do my best to like talk about them, and I'm gonna use this as my ploy to talk about it. So, um, I don't what's your name? Dietrich, Derek, EX. I'm dyslexic, so I can't really read all of those names. But you're in charge. Tell people who come to the chat. We're doing the news crawl. All right. Uh, Video 1 CES 2026. Clap. So imagine you over here trying to see all the new cool devices out in the land, and you're thinking to yourself, man, you know what would be great? It'd be awesome if somebody sponsored me to go to these events so I could film on site, make a bunch of videos, and post about it. It'd be amazing and probably help my channel out tremendously. This is not me begging formally for anything, but it's, nice to put it out there into the universe. Speak your primal urges into existence. God said, prayer without work is just fancy talk, but for the most part, there's a lot of things that can be said about CES. It's been a groundbreaking process of innovation, growth, and the blueprint of what innovation should look like. But I am terrified about this year's CES because there's one underlining issue that is going to basically ravish the whole entire front line, which is if you are creating a product in 2026, the year of our Lord and Savior, and it has no mention of AI in it, then did you even make a product? This dependency, this focus, this driving urge to make everything about AI isn't going to hurt us in the long run. So we're going to speed run some of the things that we got to hear about at CES, talked and see if any of them stand out. But most importantly, let's actually see if we can find something good. Here's the good, the bad, and the truth about CES 2026. Clap it. We like a smooth transition. We like a good transition. Hey, how you doing? My name is Harold. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to get something off of my chest. And in large part, it has to do with CES 2026, all the news, gadgets, and innovation from the biggest tech show. Someone needs to sponsor me to go there. I want to ask all my followers to do it, but there's only 2 in there. So if you could do me a favor and get those numbers up, like, share, and subscribe. If you see this on YouTube, Twitch, and all that good stuff, let me know. The annual Consumer Electronics Show is now well underway in Las Vegas. Oh shit, they're doing this in Las Vegas? Las Vegas must really be hurting because Las Vegas also hosts Google Next, which is an AI convention, and it's more of a cloud software AI convention. But man, and that happens in April. So Las Vegas must be really comping those rooms this time around to get this down. The annual Consumer Electronics Show is now well underway in Las Vegas, once again hosting a sprawling, sneak peek into tech and will shape the industry for 2026. The Verge is on the ground at CES 2026, covering the biggest announcements, press conference, and gadgets. Will be shared hands-on impression and takeaways of the best new tech making news debut in Vegas. All right, so this is awesome. It's awesome. So we'll look at these and we'll give them I don't know. I don't have a really good rating system, but I'll base it on if I would spend my real money on this. And I think that's a too hard of a bar to climb. So we'll also rely on chat to dictate if we'll buy any of this shit. But let's get into it. You can now take testosterone test with a stick, your phone, and some spit. If it's big if true. At last year's CES, Eli Health announced the hormone meter. You couldn't think of a better name than this? Where's the marketing team at? An at-home hormone test for cortisol and utilizes saliva smartphone for the year's show, and company is back at expanding it into testosterone and progesterone. I should know how to say that. Eli Health isn't changing up how its hormone meter works. You'll still stick it thin. Stick a thin cartridge and attach it to a wand in your mouth for 60 seconds to collect saliva. After the Eli app uses your phone camera to analyze the results, the entire test takes about 20 minutes. The difference is you can now track 3 hormones on the same platform for a low price. Eli Health says it expects the individual test to start at $8.25 compared to the urine and blood tests, which are more typical for at-home hormone testing. Saliva-based tests are also less messy, quicker, and more convenient. I need to know more about if this is past any credentials. Is there any studies validating this? Big if true. But then also I'm curious to know who's the target demographic for this. Unless you're a bodybuilder. And if you're a bodybuilder, you're already sticking needles up your ass, so there's not really a need for this. Who's the target demographic? A new mechanical keyboard offering ultra long battery life and wireless 8K polling rate. I'm not big on mechanical keyboards because I have big ass hands, so I have to have a regular keyboard. I have my keyboards are, if anything, designed bigger. So this isn't up for my aesthetics. This isn't up for my things. Imagine being a teen in the future and you're getting roasted by how chicken you are at night talking to a robot's fine shit. That's really the thing. So I'm only assuming this is great for people who like mechanical keyboards. It sounds great. What is this? Eureka Sub 1000 mopping RoboVac deploys a shield to keep your carpet dry. The cover aims to solve the wet carpet dilemma that plagues mopping RoboVacs. That's a thing. See, this is how I know I'm poor, right? This is how I know I'm poor because I have first world problems. But do you have first world millionaire problems? The slave robot in my house is cleaning up, but is cleaning up and leaving a mess behind. Ah, shit. That plagues. This it says the word plagues mopping robo vacuums, as many cannot lift their mops high enough to clear the thick carpet, while some with more mopping pads require removal, whether automatically or manually. Along with the built-in cover, the Z50 continuously cleans the roller using the water from the onboard tank while scraping carpet water into a separate chamber. I'm not mad at it, you know. I'm not mad at it. The $300 hybrid RoboVac comes with self-emptying docking station. It's not self-emptying because eventually a human's gonna have to get the hell up and empty out the. It's just a collector. It's a trash can. That's like saying, oh, it's a self-emptying trash can. No, you still gotta take that shit to the front. Who do you think you're? Well, you know what? If you're rich enough, of course you're not picking this up. The Vivo Flow Pad turns menstrual pads into an at-home hormone test. This is a honey trap. This is a honey trap, if I've ever seen one. Because they are already apps. I guarantee you, if I look into this more, this app is attached to the same companies that are tracking women's cycles in Texas, in states where abortion isn't legal. And then they go out and arrest these people. Right? This sounds like a honey trap. If I was a woman, I would never trust my information as personal as this with a company. But we started a vaginal pH tracking line for your panties that would change colors with a vaginal discharge. Vivo CEO co-founder Miriam Tafoun tells Verge they evolved into a period pad with a microfabric channel that captures blood. Under the pad, there's a window that shows your FSH levels. Yeah. The government would absolutely do this. Peacock will be the first streaming. I guess I forgot to rank these. The testosterone, the keyboard. I'm sure someone loves it. The vacuum that cleans itself sounds adorable. Sounds like rich people problems. pH pad, Ponzi scheme. That's how I'm rating these things. Peacock will be the first streamer to integrate everything Dolby has to offer. Okay, it sounds better, but guess what? If your TV is only stereo, it's not going to be useful to you. So, the Taint Band-Aid has evolved into a taint zapper. Wait, what? Is this a sex toy? Next to the mannequin, the woman has her arms crossed and displays with a man sits desperately with his head in his hands. A particular slide accompanied text read premature. So they out here just making sex toys at CES too? It was our first night at CES 2020. The corner of the what a weird thing to put up there. Okay, I didn't know we was on Twitter. That's crazy. Sony and Honda Afflet EV will start customer deliveries in 2026. All right, so some more EV cars. It's 90,000, which is cheaper than the Cybertruck, which Tesla is no longer the leading competitor in electronic vehicles. They wouldn't have ever been at the top if we were allowed a free market with China, but we're too scared of that. Now there's really no excuse for leaving the refrigerator door open. Voice-activated refrigerator door Okay, I don't care. I don't care about this, not even one goddamn percent. Because if you could build a voice to tell you to close the refrigerator, you could just make the refrigerator close itself. This is a useless product idea. Who who would, if I gave you the choice to either talk to your fridge or just have your fridge close itself automatically, which one would you prefer? Useless. Astro Car. Okay, that's more about the Fila stuff. The Garmin now offers nutrition tracking. This is great. Broad, thanks for the wishes. Hope you have a great 2026 as well. Okay. I can dig this. As someone that's getting into, his fitness a lot more, and not really his fitness in the gym, my fitness in the kitchen, I think this is great. I wonder how it works, though, right? Garmin announces that it's adding nutrition tracking to the Garmin Content Connection app, a perk for users of the Garmin Connection Plus subscription. You slippery when wet, mother lover. Of course, there's a subscription attached to it. God forbid you give anybody a quality product without figuring out a way to suck the life out of them, right? Oh my. The feature lets users track their calories, macros, proteins. How does it do it though? To log food, you can search for an item in a global food database. I don't really like that because all food isn't made equally. That includes packaged restaurants. Okay, so regional food options. Okay. Scan barcodes. Hey. Okay. Nutrition tracker. I like this. I was thinking about just getting one on my own. The hard part is scanning the things, but if you're really serious about it, it makes perfect sense. The click keyboard really clicks into place. Confirm clicks power keyboard withstands the pixel hold test. What does this do? Clicks power keyboard supports the full weight of a Google Pix 10 fold. I don't know what this is. Okay, but I'm guessing it's great. More things about that car. EOS ROG G1000 takes RGB lights to a new level. I don't really like RGB lights, but hey, enjoy it. Another vacuum cleaner. So a lot of vacuum cleaners. A thermostat a thermostat that's costing you money because it's constantly on, so it's running more power, and it cost $129 to install. Go fuck yourself. My electric bill was $175 this month. The limited edition tablet is the closest you can get to using a Hideo Kojima computer. Oh, okay. Not bad. It's just a laptop. AMD Strix. Decent. Okay. We like to hear it. Ooh. Okay, but at this point, what is this? The Asus finally gives us the ROG Zephyr dual gaming laptop, that true dual screen it deserves. This laptop looks a lot like the FBI agent that I beat out for a job when I was lying on my resume. But I do like the aesthetic of it, but it just feels like a lot. And if someone pulled this out in an airport, I'd definitely call security. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Because, like, and you know what, I'm biased here because I'm not the type of person that I don't have a laptop right now, so like I feel biased. Okay, Asus ROG next ally is X-Real 240 hertz AR glasses coming in 2026. AR glasses, and it comes switch to ready Neo dock battery. ROG, okay. In one it only image shared Verge, the ROG R1 gaming glasses look like cyberpunk aviators. They're LED stripped And on the streaming deck, I feel like this would be really hot on your head. With the lighting, like litness is the first double normal at 120 hertz, and common glasses. So it looks like they're just glasses for AR, as long as they're not recording. Because let me keep it 100. If you out here walking around with those Meta Ray-Ban glasses recording people, you would also wear a wire. You're a snitch bitch ass motherfucker, right? I saw some dude. I saw some dude at the airport arguing with TSA about taking them off, and he was like, "They're his reading glasses." Bitch, we can see the flashing red light. And then the douchebags who just cover it up. They're dickheads. But if you wear some Meta Ray-Ban glasses, you are an op, and I think you would snitch to the cops. I don't know why, but this is the second time I've had to read the word taint zapper. Verge, get your shit together. MSI Crosshair 16 Max HX. All right, slimmer chassis. Hey, more laptops, never mad at it. Check out the Halo Robo Taxi. Hate the idea, even though they're supposed to be better drivers. I'm very much convinced that it's gonna take me a long time to get it, but let's see. I think like there's the way one has been approved in California. Tesla did horrible because it still uses like real cameras instead of LiDAR detection. Uber brought its new robotaxi to CES, giving us our best look at yet a luxurious upgrade Lucid Gravity SUV before their public launch later this year. Oh shit, let's look them up. Lucid Gravity. Yeah, stock. This can't be the same one. Lucid Group continues the innovation in the Gravity SUV. Yeah, it is. Let's see. 1 year ago. Shit. Damn. It looks like there's not that many, but god damn. The highest it was sitting at is $500. Oh my god. Sitting currently at $11.69. What happened? Somebody. Last year, Lucid, Uber, and Nuro announced a massive robotaxi deal. Yeah, the reason why this isn't. Oh, I know why this isn't working. Is because the president in office believes in gas. So I don't see this going anywhere. Buy the dip. Intel Partners Lake is finally here. These are the Core Ultra chips. Intel has a long way to. Is it Intel or Dell? One of them. They got a long way to go because they had some shitty chips last year. I tested NVIDIA Tesla fully self-driving competitor. Tesla should be worried. I tested NVIDIA's Tesla full self-serving competitor. This sentence doesn't make. Did you write this with AI? Okay, it's Mercedes-Benz. Tesla isn't the standard anymore. Tesla is not a good standard for electric self-driving cars. They're atrocious. They're bad. They should not be the standard for anybody. What happened to Acer's giant Nitro Blaze 11 gaming handheld? This is ridiculous. That is too big to be a handheld game. That looks like the Switch U. This is my handheld right here. Right? We love this little baby. Why is that so big? That looks unnaturally huge. That's what she said. Hey, yo. Clap sync 3, 2, 1. Acer made a big splash in CES 2025, announcing its surfboard size. Hey, yo, that is disrespectful. Surfboard-sized Nitro Blaze 11 gaming handheld, but its targeted second quarter release came and went long ago, and there's been no word of the chunky 11-inch Blaze of or its smaller sibling. Yeah, no one's buying that bullshit. Lego came out with some smart bricks. I heard about this. So now like bricks and Lego bricks will light up and they can talk to each other and communicate. That's going to be pretty interesting. Nvidia launches the Vera Rubin AI computing platform at CES 2026. Oh my goodness, what did Nvidia stock do? Did Nvidia stock go up based on this? Ooh. The stock down 0.339%. I guess people weren't that impressed. During the press briefing ahead of today's keynote, Dion Harrison, NVIDIA Senior Director of HPC and AI Infrastructure Solution, described Vera Rubin as 6 chips that make one AI supercomputer. I'm not impressed. Boston Dynamics Tesla bot rivals Atlas will start building Honda cars in 2028. Terrifying. The smart mirror was a menace at CES 2026. I wonder why. Imagine walking in CES 2026, sitting down in front of a smart mirror, taking a 30-second selfie and getting a score for how well you're aging. Damn. Why would anybody put this in their house? I could see white women jumping off of the bridge because of this. Legos announced a smart brick, the most significant evolution in 50 years. That's pretty cool. These smart bricks and smart play initiatives just announced at CES 2026 aren't like the huge Lego Mario toys that require AAA batteries and mostly only activate when their bottom mount camera detects color of or a barcode. They are wireless charged and they have pads. Okay, so rechargeable. Skylight launching new digital wall calendar. Love these things. Want one in my own house. Galaxy Z trifold. Sounds complicated. LG has a robot. Gross. Asus new OLED gaming headsets, microphones, more cleaning devices. Fancy coffee machine is getting Alexa Plus. Gross. Snapdragon X2 Plus. Okay. You know, for what it's worth, this sounds great. This is all illuminating. This is all interesting stuff. But the verdict is still very much so. If it's not AI initiated, it's not going to be pushed to the forefront of people's mind. I very much so want to see true innovation, and there were some things here that were pretty cool. I think the Lego idea was pretty dope. I think some of the new chips and obviously Nvidia, what Nvidia's wanting to do, those are all interesting things. But I am very much so more looking for what's going to push the collective thought process for. And in a world where relative growth happens very slowly, these are the gap years that we need to in order to have those major jumps. So giving this a score overall, it sounds like it was positive in the sense that there was a 6 out of 10. Some of the testosterone thing, it was good health thing. I very much so look for those health related type advancements and growth. So I'm very much interested to see how a lot of that stuff goes. But the hardware and the tech that they are developing now seems very much so initiated with products that exist right now and just improving them or giving them. But like certain products don't need improvements, like especially for your refrigerator to tell you to close it when you could have built something that automatically closes it for you. These are the type of innovations making your life easier, not adding more steps into your life. But these are a humble man's opinion of the situation. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe, clap it. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah. That was good. Oh shit. I don't have enough water. I could probably only do one more. I could probably just do one more. Yeah. Uh, uh, hey, yo, what's up? We're gonna cover. Let's cover this PDF situation going on with Grok, and Elon Musk. We're gonna be working on the Perfect Lurker. It's a game that I made for my stream, so I can, cause Twitch be lying about who's following and who's watching. So I made a game to make fun of Twitch, shit like that. But right now we're doing the news. We're doing the news. Yeah, let's talk about it. Thanks for joining up on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that cool shit. I appreciate it. Ain't Elon the Tesla guy? That he is. That he is. Ayo, I appreciate that. Clap it up for the big homie. Subbing it up. Appreciate you. All right, let's cover this topic. You feel me? All right, so imagine you're on the internet and you happen to be on the worst part of the internet, Twitter, and you're scrolling, minding your own damn business, and you scroll around a few pictures and you see a picture of a friend of yours who's a cosplayer. And you click on the picture to support on it, give it some love, and in the comment section there's someone asking Grok to give the cosplayer who's dressed as an anime character to put them in a transparent bikini. And you think to yourself, one, how dumb is this person? And then two, you're dumbfounded to find out that Grok actually agreed to do it and made a picture of this person in basically nude. There's something terribly wrong with the world when we are creating things and not even asking the question of, is it possible that this could have negative implications on people? Because not only did it affect the person in question, I then did a little bit digging and kind of feel disgusting and might show up on an FBI watch list, because I knew for a fact that they were someone on Twitter doing this with children's photo, and sure enough, kids from the Stranger Things season 4 final season are now popping up on Twitter nude, because there's a bunch of raging PDFs who are using technology to do some of the most diabolical and debilitating things on the internet. And imagine, in order for each one of those photos to come up, we're either destroying some part of the atmosphere where we can't breathe in that section no more. Some poor kid in Memphis is getting an asthma attack because of it. Or Lake Michigan is becoming a salt bed for cooling data centers. All of these negative things have repercussions that we have not even began to foresee or understand in the near future. But rest assured that... Oh, what? I wasn't recording that? Justin, I thought it was... No, I'm just playing. I wasn't recording. All right, take it from the top. I wasn't recording. All right, clap sync. 3, 2, 1. So imagine you're minding your own business, you're scrolling through Twitter, and you happen to be on the worst part of Twitter. God bless the internet, right? And while you're on Twitter, you happen to find one of your friends who's cosplaying as an anime character, and you think to yourself, oh, I want to support this person. I want to give them some support. Click on the image, double tap it, give it the heart, and you go into the comment section. Don't know why you chose to do that, but for some reason you went into the comment section of this video, this picture, and you saw someone ask Grok on Twitter to put this cosplayer in a transparent bikini. And you're thinking to yourself, one, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen someone do, and two, you're even more dumbfounded to find out that Grok agreed and obliged and created an image of this person basically in the nude in order, without their consent, without having any rhyme or reason, and not any barriers. And I just want to articulate something very clearly. When we create things that can negatively affect people who are not in the room, we are not creating something that is useful for the vast majority of people, because the worst people will do some of the most diabolical things. And I'm here asking, is this, having this capability, worth it? Is the kid in Memphis who's having an asthma attack because there's a data center polluting his air worth it? Is the fact that beaches along Lakeshore Drive won't be usable because it's filled with salt beds that make it basically impossible to go into the water during the summertime? Is it worth it? Have we truly gained anything that we wouldn't have figured out in 5 years? It's already making us dumber. It's already proving to be detrimental to the environment. And you can't do things that tax season is coming up. If I can't file my taxes using AI, then what does it serve me for? What are we doing here? So I very much so want to understand the psychopathy that comes with the stupidity surrounded around this gesture of AI being everywhere. And two, how do we hold these motherfuckers accountable? Because right now, as it stands today, they are building a tool and have a host of assets that are built around proving what? We've built something that doesn't have a use yet. And I don't know if there'll ever be a use for it. But let's find out what's happening with some of the worst people on the internet, and how this goober known as Elon Musk basically enabled child PDFs to relish and basically run Twitter for the last 24 hours with the ability to undress children on the internet. One of the co-stars from the Stranger Things season 5 finale, a child, has been undressed on the internet and been posted everywhere for anyone to see. And literally, Twitter said they've solved this issue 2 times, and 24 hours later, there are still ways for people to do it. Let's talk about the utter failure of Twitter and some of the repercussions that are coming down the pipeline. Clap it. It's all right, Justin. It's never as good the second time, but I'm happy we got it. It's never as good the second time, but I'm happy we got it. Hey, yo, how you doing? My name is Hiro. This is Coding with Strangers. Like, share, subscribe. Let me hear it from the back row. Let's talk about some shit on my chest. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. If you're not in a good mental space right now, maybe skip this video, because we're going to talk about PDFs on the internet, basically. And the ringleader, Elon Musk. You can't sue me, because he's allowing it to happen on his platform. Take me to court. I want to prove it. Yeah, Grok is basically being controlled by Diddy at the moment. And somehow we haven't put the creator behind bars. The Guardian reports Grok AI still being used to digitally undress women and children despite suspension pledge. Deranged images of children and women with their clothes digitally removed by Grok AI continue to be shared on Elon Musk's Twitter despite the platform's commitment to suspend users who generate them. Oh, we're gonna suspend user 1868787 from Twitter. It's a fucking, you can make Twitter accounts by the hundreds of thousands on other websites. Anybody who's been on the internet for longer than 10 minutes knows how bot farms work. And bot farms work out of Siberia or some other shit. Could you imagine saying you're going to suspend a bot? I think there was a study that came out recently that said like 46% of traffic on Twitter is bots. It's the thing that's crazy about it, bro. The thing that's crazy about it, bro, is literally during a risk assessment, the top 3 things you should ask during a risk assessment is, can children be exploited on this device? Will this give someone the ability to harm themselves? And then maybe the last thing, how much money is this going to cost us? And they only worried about how much money is this going to cost us because they're perfectly fine fucking us. They have no problem with it. Nobody at Twitter asked the question, can children be exploited on this device? No, it's gotta be a chat. It's gotta be a bro. It's gotta have locker room talk. It's gotta tell the truth. It can say the N-word to save the world. That's what they put as a priority for this thing. Grok should be able to say the N-word in order to save the world from blowing up. That's what they were prioritizing. It's unadulterated madness. After days of concerns over the chatbot to alter photographs to create sexualized pictures of real women and children stripped to their underwear without their consent, the UK communication watchdog of Ofcom said on Monday it had made an urgent contact to X and XAI to understand what steps they have taken to comply with the legal duties to protect users in the UK. Ofcom added that it would assess whether the investigation is necessary based on the company's response. I think the thing that is maddening is I know people who I'm a man of culture, okay? I've been to a few strip clubs here and there. Hell, for research purposes, I've even indulged in some OnlyFans. And there's always a story about someone's OnlyFans or past being exposed and them losing their future or being removed of an opportunity because of something they chose to do. That's something they chose to do. Now imagine You minding your own goddamn business, and you posted a picture of you and your friends at the beach, and then some dickhead, without your knowledge, from 10 years ago, does some automation bullshit to it, exposes you. They do a background search on you, and they ding you for this. They ding you for this. They say, no, we can't hire you because you're out here posting news. Excuse me? I didn't post any news. And then the employer who has to inform you that you're not only getting a job, but also inform you that your dude's out there. It's one of the weirdest things that, like, my mind just won't resonate with it. But when AI is built like this, it's not built to make our lives better. It's built to control people. That's why robots look humanoid. Because there's a demographic of people out there who want to control people. It's not enough that you have a vacuum to clean up shit from your floor. You want it to fold your clothes, too. You could make a machine for that, but you want it to be humanoid. And this is that same level of control comes with controlling women and children's bodies. It's a weird thing. It's programmed into the AI. Because no one can say that this is AI doing it of its own volition. This is a program misstep. And anyone that programs knows that risk assessment wasn't taken into consideration here. Meanwhile, politicians and women's rights campaigners accused the UK government of dragging its heels by failing to enact legislation that was passed 6 months ago, making creation of such intimate images illegal. This is a great point right here. You want to know why they're not doing anything about this, ladies? Because Elon Musk is under the purview protection of the Orange Man in 47. Get your shit rocked, bitch. You want protection? You can't find it. Even in a different country, this man is protected. Because for you to do something to Elon is to draw the ire of 47. And God forbid you do something to piss off that orange Oompa Loompa. Because he will literally go grab you out of your Nike Tech at your own crib and bring you here for prosecution. Of course the UK is a bunch of punk bitches right now. They just watched a dude get abducted from his homeland. And somehow there's oil in their land that they say I didn't know America was in fucking Venezuela. I didn't know we had oil there. No, it's truly terrifying. Like, especially, like you said, you have young siblings. That's truly terrifying. That's true. Like, imagine 11 years, and then 10 years from now, right? Your sister's 26, your brother's 21. And they're going through college, they're applying to jobs. Hey, we can't give you this job. This image of you popped up. And it's like, I don't know where that came from. Like, it's truly terrifying. The trend, which went viral over the New Year period, also prompted the European Commission to say on Monday that it was very seriously looking into complaints that Grok was being used to generate and disseminate. You know what I'm saying? Sexualized, explicit, childlike images. And this is another thing. All right, this is another thing. In my mind, right? Let's just say like, this is like, let's say like, okay, I'm a fiend. I'm a bad guy. I'm the bad guy of the story. I could make, with AI, fake people to exploit. But no, I don't want to exploit real, like, fake people. I want to expose and do it to real people. That's control. That's the level of diabolical control you want to have. You're a scoundrel, and these people like Dr. Kid Inspect, yeah, we gotta keep an eye on these motherfuckers. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I have a device that will let me exploit fake or real children? How, like, I remember there was a time when we couldn't play Mortal Kombat because they said it was too violent. How the fuck is this happening? They brought us to they brought all of us into in high school. Freshman year brought all the students, male students, to the auditorium, sat us down, and explained to us that us playing violent games was making us violent. But now we can make PDF content on a public forum. Damn. What was the where are the pearl clutchers right now? A picture of the Stranger Things actor Neil Fisher was manipulated by Gronk on Sunday in order to put her in a banana print bikini. Fisher is 14 years old. Many women have expressed fury on X after discovering their images have been undressed without their consent. This happened to a cosplayer that I follow. Some pictures of women and children have been manipulated by the AI tool appear to have substance resembling semen smeared on their faces and chest. I want to, okay. I know we're not a place of violence, and violence is absolutely wrong. But the people who are creating this content, we should put hooks on all of their nails and use a crank to just remove each nail. And then wait 30 days when it grows back and do that shit again. We should force them to dip their face into sulfuric acid. Like, we need a way of marking these people. I think AI is bad if it's just like tools that aren't monitored. That's like saying guns aren't bad. People kill people. People have been killing people for the longest. Guns make it easier. People have always been dirtbags. AI makes it easier for them to be dirtbags. And if you provide a tool that makes it easier for them to be that worst person, the provider has to be found guilty. But I know what you're thinking, right? Hero, it can't be that bad. Can't be that bad, Hero. It's just one or two people on Twitter. No. A report from 2024 states that in the latest finding shows that 3,500 new AI-generated child abuse sexual images were uploaded to the same dark web forum as a previous analysis in October 2023. So basically, since the advent of AI, dark web websites that upload child PDF content has had an increase of 3,500 more images since they've tracked it in October. In 2023, 20,254 AI generated images were found to have been posted on one dark web cam CSM forum in 1 month period, which is a 28% increase. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. The growing concern of AI sexual exploitation. The NCMEC cyber tip line received over 7,000 reports of related GAI generated child exploited material, with over 160,000 requests for removal of unsolicited photos. But here's the thing that's truly diabolical. We have a current administration who says they want to protect the children. This is from the current Trump administration. They want to protect the children, but you can't put any rules on AI, or we will remove federal funding from your state. So all of this shit right here is for the birds. Homeland Security investigation. How can they investigate when they're busy looking for working class people at Home Depot? Our priorities in this country have been completely abysmal. Abysmal. Like, people need to start just getting their teeth knocked in. Like, because some people, like, we have departments and officers designed to do this, but they have been put on immigration related things. Imagine your job every day was going out and finding PDFs like Dr. Kid Inspect. But now you can't do that. You gotta go round up people at Home Depot and shit. Honest working people in America. And shit, they coming for me now next, right? Birthright citizenship. I'm out of here. So with the little time I have left, let me implore you. If you know somebody, anybody, doing some, because this is where fucking men have to hold each other accountable, right? You need to be the exposer in this. A person who is making this content and sharing it and saying, "Hey, bro, look at this. Look at what I made on." Anyone doing that shit in your presence isn't your friend. They're not your boy. They're not your dog. They're monsters. And you need to expose them, because they are the people exposing children. There are dickheads I know right now who are sharing this content out there with the ether, with a sense of pride and addiction, because they know that they don't think they can be touched, because literally the laws designed to protect and punish these people aren't working. So we gotta start holding people to account. And everyone talks about if they ever brought a PDF to the square, I'd be the first to cast a stone. Dare I say, be the first to bring the face that the stone will touch. Bring them on down. Uncles, brothers, fathers, sons, nephews. Check your people. Make sure they're not doing no fuck shit like this. Because I'm telling you, there's not a jury in the land that will find the person guilty for beating the brakes off of that person. Don't let me be on the motherfucking jury. Don't let me be on the jury. But hashtag we're not a violent or political stream. So you guys keep it friendly out there. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to jail, y'all. I'm going to jail. Hey, yo, what up, Robo? I'm going to jail, brother.
Sin City wasn't made for you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. Hey, yo, thanks for the bits. Thanks for the bits. Hey, for the hard work you do in reading through this depressing news, I appreciate it. I actually thought about not doing the story, but I was just like, you can't keep running. You can't keep running, hero. Somebody has to do it. And if you're waiting on someone to save you, then that means you're also okay with waiting to die. And we not about that life. Oh, I know some strangers got me. I know y'all got me. I appreciate it. Honestly. I've been fighting my demons. And my demons come in the form of take the easy way out, hero. Because I could. Have I not worked hard enough? What more do you want from me? And then the words of the wise man come to mind. It's not enough. Dun 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 dun. It's not enough. There's a few solid motherfuckers, but there's not enough. So here we are, marching to the beat. All right, one more story. Yeah, evil doesn't stop, so why should I? Here we go. All right, let's get this last story into bed. This one's kind of depressing, but it's also funny as hell. So, hey, look, if the world's on fire, we might as well make s'mores, right? All right, let's get into this. Clap sync video 3. 1, 2, 3. So imagine you're sitting at home and you're watching AVGO just sit in the toilet. $347? Come on, y'all. You were a $360 stock. What happened to you? I know it's the beginning of the year. A lot of people have to pay off all the money that they used for yachts and blow and whatever they did on those boats. But I need you as a stock to go back up because 47% of my portfolio is invested in it. And that's when someone came to me and said, Hero, you need to diversify your funds. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm too heavily invested in AVGO. Dear friend, what stocks should I invest in? And with a grin and a subtle smile, he said, why don't you invest in some sin, brother? And I said, what type of sin are you suggesting? And the question was posed to me. With the world in utter turmoil, and all the worst things happening and all the bad guys seeming to winning. We're like in the second act of a movie right now where the bad guy's winning. Thanos just beat the brakes off of Hulk. He's grabbing these stones and he's not caring who they belong to. Family jewels are out there exposed, brother. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if the world's on fire, we might as well make s'mores, right? So today, for a quick second between me and you, no judgment, hypothetically speaking, if I had $1,000 and I was feeling a little unethical, what evil demonic stocks would I invest in based on the internet's opinion? Come down this dark, narrow pathway with me and see if we get mugged. Clap it. I appreciate that. Keep my head up. I'm trying, Wyatt. I'm trying. I'm trying. Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I'm about to do some unethical shit. This is not stock advice, okay? There's nothing about me. So what if I'm doing? So what if I was 25% better than the stock market? So what if I turn 5,000 into $54,000? This is not advice. Do not take anything I say to heart. But hypothetically speaking, if we wanted to make $1,000 flip real quick in an unethical manner of the stock market, how would we do it? And that's a trick question, because all these businesses are unethical. Any business that sits upon the neck of people and exploits people in any capacity, whether it's stealing water, forcing kids in Africa to work in cobalt mines, or just full out indentured slavery to make whole artificial data centers work, or maybe taking the Amazon approach and forcing people to actually work as viewers to scan when in a place, that shop that they have where you could just pick up anything and walk out and you'll get a bill for it later. They just made people in India do that. So no matter what company it is, if they are making enough money that they can use the word $1 billion freely in their business model, they're a bad company. So let's just all agree to disagree that if all these corporations are fuckboys. But if you're telling me that you're gonna do something better with the money you have, like maybe pay for some people's scholarship, or buy some kids tickets to go to a conference for getting a job, then maybe I'll be more lenient with my judgment of you, because I'm asking for a little bit of leniency too. But let's just look at this list. So the question I pose very simply is, what evil stocks are there, and how are they doing in the stock market right now? So companies often considered evil or harmful to society, such as those as the tobacco, alcohol, defense, oil and gas, and fast food industries, have historically performed well in the stock market due to consistent demand for their products, sometimes referred to as sin stocks. Sin stocks. So where does this terminology come from? Well, the word sin. And sin, as it pertains to the Bible, doesn't come from our ability to do things, but is our weakness to things, right? Greed, gluttony, sloth, all of these things make us collectively lazy. And this is more of a psychological and behavioral thing, right? Robo, when I tell you this caught me off guard when I was reading this, but that's why I said I have to cover this story, because the more you it's truly amazing. The more you understand truly about the human psyche, the more you understand how business influences you. Like, I lost 30 pounds in 6 months, not because I was running a mile every day. It's because I just stopped eating a fucking donut every goddamn morning. I was in tears when I said, I can't have a donut anymore. It was killing me. But the sugar in it is literally designed. When they scan the brain of your brain taking drugs and your brain eating a donut, the same places light up. I got a little 3-pack right now, so it is true. It is true. So the sin stocks, ethical viewpoints, right? So obviously tobacco companies, British America Tobacco, BIT. Let's check them out. Let's see. Year to date, they're on the up and up. Damn, January 5th, they went through 2025. What happened here? Fell off a cliff. Hey, but what's their 5-year outlook? Oh, they're up year over year. 5-year outlook, they're up 42%, 45%. 2025 in January, I don't know if anything of significant happened. Um, Diego. You know, hey, people probably 2005 January. That's when Australia banned smoking, and that's the side effects right there. Australia banned smoking. Defense and aerospace companies. Lockheed Martin. I know for a fact VLO. We're gonna look at the gas company. VLO. Oh yeah, Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin's up, baby. It's wartime, baby. It's wartime, baby. They're up. Yeah, look at this. Look at this spike. And you can definitely tell around December 1st, somebody was told, buy some stocks. Buy some stocks right now. Because it's just been up a trajectory since. Lockheed Martin. We're in wartime, baby. Energy and oil. I'm going to say without a doubt, VLO is one of them. ExxonMobil is a good one. But VLO is up big today for me. ExxonMobil, yeah. 1 year time. I bet you if we look at it from its year to date, same point. December 1st to the 15th. It's not coincidence that all of these stocks had the same capitulation at the same time. Show me VLO. 6 months. Boom. More on the 31st. But also up 25%. Right? But I knew I wasn't an aficionado on this, right? So I wanted to get the collection of the worst people on the internet's opinion on this. So I went to the greatest place to source information on the internet, Reddit. Hey, look, I can't go to Twitter because they got PDFs running all over the place. I want to know some stocks that are truly evil stocks to invest in, but they're doing great. Nestle is trash. Just because they steal water from basically people to make water for other people. Why isn't anyone talking about Palantir? Palantir is another one. Palantir, for if you don't know what Palantir, oh god, let's see what they're doing. Palantir is actually on the brink right now, but it should be rebounding. Oh, Palantir is still down. Palantir's market is finally blinking, and it could get worse. Why is Palantir's stock rising today? Who? Today it was up 3%. In the last 5 days, it's been damn. Yeah, it's down significantly. Palantir stock enters danger zone after Venezuela operation spurs rally. It doesn't seem to be getting a lot of support. I'm curious to know why. Let's see. Yahoo Finance has an answer for us. In early 2026, Palantir Technology rapidly expansion in AI-powered government and commercial contracts coincided with an increase in scrutiny of its rich valuation and disclosure of insider share sales. Ooh. So insider disclosure issues. So there's people snitching on the inside. We'll now examine how Palantir's accelerating AI platform adopted insider selling disclosure shapes the company's broad investment narrative. What is Palantir's narrative? Yeah, they definitely bit off more than they could chew because and I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the business model is. I don't care what your product is. If you think AI is making your product better, I'm here to tell you your product is dog water. Your product is dog water. There's literally nothing I can think of that has been a significant increase because this is what's happening, right? There's a bunch of people right now who say, oh, the boss says, oh, everyone has to use AI. They use AI, it makes them less productive. Okay, cool. We're just gonna replace you with AI. Then the moment a human has to deal with it, they say, I don't want to talk to the AI bot. Do you know how crazy it is to fire your whole entire call center and then have an AI run it just for the first 4 people to call and ask the AI bot a question it doesn't know? Or imagine you replace your salesperson at a car dealership with an AI, and the AI just starts giving away cars, and then you try and sue the people who got the cars, and the court says, nah, they won that shit fair and square, bitch. Kick rocks. They Taco Bell literally, I don't know the name of the show, but whoever the guy is that goes up to the drive-through and says 55 tacos, 55 burgers, 55. Literally, that's a meme, and I don't know where it comes from, but I know that exists. So the moment that Taco Bell decided to have an AI drive-through worker with only one person working on the inside, and the first person comes through and orders 200 Baja Blast, you deserve everything that you have coming to you. So, like, I am still waiting. We, as a collective group of people, are still waiting for AI to be incorporated into a product that makes it better. I've yet to see an example. And you can't say, oh, well, it makes people's job easier. People could do the job. Making it easier is objective. Or maybe subjective, I don't know. Whichever means that's your opinion, bro. But Palantir, good one to mention. What else does Reddit have? Why did I have to scroll all the way down to see Nestle same level of evil as defense stocks? True. I've never heard of Lockheed and Martin say that water isn't a human right. Yeah, Nestle did say that water isn't a human right. That's crazy. Nestle, damn, a lot of people got the hard on for Nestle. Nestle has a long history of taking natural resources by forcing connoisseurs and actively lobbying to privatize access to water ahead of companies. Doesn't think water is a human right. There's a long history of them supporting violence in unstable political areas too, if it would benefit the supply chain. That's something that's super fucked up as well. Like they're back basically like somewhere in either Colombia or Brazil. There was like they were basically in charge of all of the bananas, and we basically burnt down their fields and everything just so we could sell bananas. Like America is trash. Palantir showing up again. Fuck Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel survives off of the blood that he harvests from captive twinks locked in his basement. That's diabolical. That's diabolical. IIRC, they are a vice fund that just invests in alcohol, tobacco, and gambling. Oh, gambling. All of this FanDuel shit and all of that shit is definitely fucked up. IIRC? Let's see. IIRC stock. Components data currently is not available. So, they got wrapped up money here. $1,371.81 per share. My goodness. And they're up today 2.57%. Interesting. I wonder why Yahoo Finance didn't have anything on them. MSN does. Let's see their one year to date. Year to date. Their year to date is literally like what? I mean, their 1 year market 1 year 64% increase. That's $500. I mean, if you were going to invest in sin, this is it right here. This is on par with AVGO. AVGO averaged 68%. This is on par with AVGO. Holy shit, I might write this one down. Father, forgive me, I have sinned. God damn. There's people talking that shit in here. Most shitty fund, a lot of big sin stocks are doing decently. BTI has been doing well and is steadily buying back shares. Hey, I'm telling you guys right now, if Zest said, hey, Hero, we got some... Oh, we did that one, the BTI, the British. If Zest said we got some money for you, I'd be hawking some Zest shit right now to y'all. The dude heading Tesla did a Nazi salute. There's one. Yeah, Tesla's a pretty shit one too. DGT, isn't that the Trump coin? Meta, Fox, NMX. Which one is that one? NMX? Newsmax? Oh my God. Oh, they're in the toilet. I would take a put on this. Year to date, I bet you they're in the super in the toilet. Oh. Oh. I'd take a put to just ride them out. A put in 30 years that they're going to be going to zero. And any other publicly traded entity that created the insane information environment we currently inhabit. Yeah. Upvote that. GEO group, private prison. Oh, private prison groups. My goodness. Called. What's the GEO group? Is that a private prison? Private prison. They're down bad now, but shit. American prison stocks, remember that slavery is explicitly still legal in the Constitution for prisoners. Yep. Wow, my ignorance here is embarrassing. I know there's a private prison. I know they are private prison, but my brain never allowed me to put this together. And the lobbying to make people's sentence more severe so that they can profit longer. There have been private prisons who have sued states for not arresting enough people and have won in court. Increasing shareholder value, holy shit, this is pretty fucking evil. I'd say outstandingly evil. This has got to be top 3 at least. If you want some reading, this is obviously an extremely flagrant example where there was a direct kickback, but we shouldn't limit our understanding of the cases where they come right out and say it if they understand the invisible hand and the market it to in order to for context. It would beggar belief to suggest it doesn't occur here. I don't know what that means. We need to have a cost imprisoning someone. Yeah, this person, I don't know what this person didn't write that very well. Agreed back to prisons, yeah. Philip Morrison, yeah, that's another bad one. G Group and Corvic Civic. Herbalife. This one was like a Ponzi scheme if I've ever seen it. This is a freaking Ponzi. Yeah, somebody said if something's a Ponzi scheme ridiculous, that is still actually listed. That's crazy. Who makes weapons? Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Saba. Yeah, all of them. Boeing super. Herbalife used to have people in the hood in a chokehold. Like, could you imagine somebody trying to sell you? Someone's trying to sell you health supplements out the trunk of their car. People really thought Herbalife. You know what other group thought was a scam? The people who used to have those blue banners that said "Wish you were here." That was a scam. And anytime somebody asks me to do it, I'd be like, "Is this a scam?" And they'd be like, "No." Are you gonna have to pay somebody if I pay you? Yeah. That's literally a triangle. That's also known as a pyramid. Now add the word scheme to the end of it. BlackRock, I think, has been said. Hey, yo, Barbecue James, what's up, baby? NSRGY, if you hate women, minorities, and children especially, god damn. Shit. What? If you hate... Oh, okay, this is Nestle. That's Nestle's sign? Shit. Damn. Nestle's taking a beating. It's still up year over year. But year to date, it's down. Huge. And I'm assuming because they're in California, some law was passed in California. So Nestle will probably be moving out of California in the near future, probably going to Texas. DJT, health insurance companies, UNH, Meta. Okay, so I know a lot of these. So I feel, oh shit. Okay, we got the DuPont literally giving people cancer. Halliburton, Rhymes and DAG, Chevron, Lockheed Martin, Alter, GD, General Dynamics, ExxonMobil. There's more, but that's what I got. United Healthcare. Yeah, so there's a lot of these here. So we're not too far off. Clap sync, 3, 2, 1. But needless to say, if you were going to partake in any of these stocks, then now you at least understand the consequences of them and who you're supplying. But what I really wanted to do in this process is kind of bring validity to the situation, which is some of the worst people out there are making money off of the misery of people and people's way of life. And there's a certain level of urgency we gotta have about exploiting situations like this, because really at the end of the day, the only way we can ever truly stop companies from influencing our political sphere is removing the ability for politicians to make money off of companies. Ever since they did that whole thing where companies can be treated as human beings and they can donate to politicians, we've seen nothing but an increase of politicians becoming wealthy, because MGT is basically the blueprint, right? You come in for 5 years, make 150 times more money than you would have made with your normal salary, and then you exit stage left saying that you don't want to do this anymore. We need to remove money out of politics, and more importantly, we need to bar politicians from doing this, because whether you like it or not, 6 hours prior to the invasion in Venezuela, a Polymarket account was opened and a bid saying that the attack was going to happen today happened. And there's a part of me that wants to say that this was politicians doing. Like some politician did this. But we can't even track that because polymarket isn't deemed a form of investing. It's a form of prediction market, which there are no laws against. But more than likely, what it is what our orange Oompa Loompa in chief told us, which is he didn't he didn't have time to ask Congress if he could invade Venezuela, but he did have time to call Chevron and other oil company CEOs to tell them what we were doing. And those guys aren't held to any obligation. And just for the record, that person walked away with $400,000 of prediction bets that he won. You're absolutely right. The S&P 500 absolutely holds sin stocks. But I found this to be fascinating for me as a person who invests in stocks, and I didn't know there was a thing called sin stocks. Oh shit! I just saw Ticketmaster and Live Nation down there, ticket swaps and etc. Fuck those people too. But please tell me in the comment section below. I would love to get this list updated. 2026 edition. What are some sin stocks you would like to add to the list? Maybe I'll make a Discord and put the list in there, and then we can see that. But let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the side. Go to church this Sunday, y'all. We got to clean ourselves of this sin. Hallelujah. We're so fucking cooked. It's over.
Bang.
It's over. It's so over for us.
No meat. Chop rice. There's no meat.
Oh yeah, because of that one stock. Hey. I guess I'm going to church because that stock was good. Hey, that stock was good. But yeah, hopefully y'all have it doing all right. Y'all chilling. We coming back. Yeah, hey, we talked about this shit yesterday a little bit. And it's like the people who can do something should do something. The people who can't do anything should support the people who can do something. If all you can do is make videos, then that's all you can do. But if you think just making videos and talking about it is enough, it's not. So hey, I call my senator. I call my representatives. I vote. I do my part. I go to protest. I punch people. Mostly Nazis. But that's all. I can only do what I know what to do. I know someone's gonna bail me out. Right? Real quick, I did want to show off the little project that we did. So we made a little Python script. And I've already made it into a batch file, but basically it's a Python script that we're going to use to track our million view count, right? So if you look below me, I have that image of the stranger on the go-kart with the million views. The current views over 1 million views. So right now it's 2,239 divided by out of 1 million. So we built that by, but this was like a 2-hour project, honestly, and it went through some renditions. The first rendition, the hardest part of this, had to have been like, I don't know what I was trying to do, but it was this part. Basically fetching the current API, the current views, and then doing the math for it. And then we turned it into numbers. Got it. There's 3 files basically. So we have the video. So this tracks every video on my YouTube page. So if you can recall from this morning, it's the Get Back on the Grind. That's 2026 on the 5th, 1537. So this is the last one. The worst people on the internet are using AI. This is the video published today. So it takes all the videos that I've posted, including shorts. So it has all of them together. And then I have the views for this. So basically, I then cross-reference it with the views. And it'll tell me the view of every video on my page right now. But since we're only looking for a parameterized date of currently, it then only matches itself to the date and times of this day. So if someone goes back and watches a video in the past, it will count it as a view. But it doesn't count all of them, because I think all of them combined is like over at least 500,000. So basically, in order for me to do this challenge, I would need to get over 1 million. Like, so I've had my channel since 2022, and I have 500,000 views. So basically, I would have to do 6 years of views in 1 year, which is doable, because all it takes is one pop off. And basically I couldn't think of an articulable way to do this. So what I did was I made an all views column, which is just all the views, right? And then every time we run this, it runs through each one and checks the differential of the views. If there's a differential, it then tallies that differential and then puts it into this column's memory and adds it together. And then we ultimately track this number, and then we pull this number with the fetch command, essentially. But it creates the progress bar for us here. So we do that all here. But yeah, we'll make a little README for this, and we'll post this in the Discord. It was a fun project, not gonna lie. Real quick, real solid one. But this Wednesday we'll do one story, and then we'll do some Godot, right? We'll do one story, and then we'll do some Godot. I see the Coppinger is live right now. Normally I raid Erin, but I don't see him live. On a Monday? Where's our beautiful baby boy Ear? Hey yo, what's up, Kristen? Are you streaming right now? Man, I wish there was a way we could raid people on YouTube. Are you streaming on Twitch? Do you stream? You don't multi-stream, do you? I'm ready to call it up. Call it up for a night. I'd raid you. Are you on Twitch? Let your boy know. Oh, there's a way to do it, actually? What? Okay, I gotta Google this now. Oh, it's called redirect. Oh, wow. Okay, there is a way for us to do that. That's awesome. Broad? Borad? This is a good community. Hey, we appreciate that, man. Clap it up, man. You know, we try our best. We try our best. You do the... Oh, shit, my bad. Sorry. I meant to hit that button. I didn't mean to... We do it for the people, baby. We do it for the people. There is a way to do it. It's called redirect. Let me... Hey, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it the good old college try. We're going to redirect the YouTube channel. And we're going to redirect the... And we're going to raid on the other one. Good call. Good call, Robo. Yeah, there it is. Hey, yo, crazy kids, what's up? Oh, shit, you can redirect them to a video. You could redirect them to a video. So I could leak. Oh. How did I not know this? Oh shit! And Christian over here watching me. Yeah, we're about to do this live. I need to see this. Modify your search. Redirect privileges needed. To add you. You have to add me. Add me to your live redirect list in your community settings. Okay, I gotta show you this screen. Here. You gotta see this. I'm trying to raid you, but I can't. Okay, and we also need to change the name of that. Oh, that's dope. I never knew. I never knew. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. All right, this is what it says, because I can see his screen. He's watching me right now. It says redirect privileges needed. You got to give me permission. What kind of stuff do you do? I work for the man. I like a few video games here and there. I code with strangers, Stress about women. I live a good life. I want to see if we can do this in real time. That'd be pretty dope. We need to find a way of getting. Can we tell? I'm a sub and then I gotta go. All right. Hey, I appreciate that, Crazy. Much love. But hell, I could send you guys to a video of mine. That's actually dope as hell. So okay, let's try this. Oh, I'm never not rating off of YouTube ever again. Okay. AI. Emo girl rock. Emo girls rock. Ayo. I agree. In high school, people didn't really appreciate you in high school, but you guys were just way ahead of the crowd. That's all it was. You guys were too ahead of the crowd. Oh wait, it won't let. Videos from your subscribed channel. Oh man, this was a great way to share a sneak peek. Man, this just it kind of sucks because it doesn't seem like it'll let me. It'll let me put just anywhere. You can send your viewers to any channel that give you redirect permission. Let's see if I still can't do it. It was a valiant effort. All right, we'll send them to the thing, but I gotta make sure I turn mine on because people might have been trying to raid me for the longest now. Wow, fucking Robo, well done, brother. Well done. I gotta figure out how to turn that on. That's dope. All right. All right, y'all. That was great learning session in the back of this shit. Yeah, they call it something else and they don't need to. It's dumb. It's dumb. Just call it what it is. Trying to be cool and shit. Hey yo, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all kicking it with your boy. It's been a great episode. I'll see you guys on Wednesday as far as like streaming at night. But if you guys want to, you can come work with me tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I host the working stream. We'll be here in the morning, early and often. But for the meantime and in between time, we can go see the Carpenter. I appreciate you so much, Robo, for the bits. I thank you, Emo Girls Rock, for the sub. Dietrich, thank you so much for the follow. Bum Tornant. Torrent? You guys have some crazy names. I love that about you guys. $8 Bill McNeil, thanks for the gifted sub earlier. 40 months. 40 months of supporting your boy. That's love. This side of the Mississippi. I'll see you guys.